Hi, I'm Ricky Barnes from the PGA Tour, and you're watching Breaking Par.
You are watching Breaking Par.
Breaking Par.
Breaking Par.
Breaking Par.
Breaking Par.
Breaking Par.
Breaking Par. Breaking Par. Breaking Par.
I am Patrick Peterson, and you are watching Breaking Par.
Out here in the desert Southwest, everything is disciplined by what kind of water it takes.
People go by and they see these lush, wonderful golf courses and they think, oh my gosh, they must just use so much water. We need to close them down.
There's policymakers and the general public out there that believes if a drought is declared, golf courses should be closed.
And that's just not the case.
There's storm clouds on the horizon. Once a golf course disappears, it's going to be gone forever.
If there's one thing that can literally and figuratively change the landscape of golf as we know it in Arizona, it's water. Water availability, water quality, water rights, water use, and water affordability are significant issues for this game we all love.
My name's Roy Van Pocky. I'm at Apache Sun Golf Club in Santan Valley, and I'm also Cactus and Pine Golf Course Superintendent Board President. 6 years ago, it was 2011, July of 2011, I received a notice from our water provider that we would lose our water source by year end. So we had to find another source to keep the golf course open or we would be closing. It was very disheartening, it was very scary, so I decided I had to become educated on water issues and policy issues to get a better understanding what really was going on with our water. The first thing I did was decided to find out where our water came from, and it was through Central Arizona Project, and I started participating in board meetings to work with the board and try to get a 2-year extension on getting our water. As I attended these meetings, we found out there was probably another 20 golf courses that were affected by this, and they stated to me that this is the first time that we have had anyone from the golf community or golf industry here speaking on behalf of golf and educating us what's going on. I realized early on in this process, it was very important that when policymakers are making decisions that can affect every golf course in the state, and that we have a seat at the table and that we have a voice to educate them on the true facts of what golf really does in the state of Arizona.
When someone hears that we're on the verge of a drought or we're in a drought, and they say, well, then close some golf courses. We don't need those golf courses. What do you say to someone that says that?
I tell them, you know, it's so interesting what sometimes we all have a perception of that's just not true.
She's right, and the numbers don't lie. Most people have no idea how much water Arizona's golf industry uses. Arizona's golf industry uses less than 2% of the state's water supply, and the economic impact the industry provides is mind-boggling.
Golf has got such a story that most people don't realize that it uses such small amounts of water, less than 2% of Arizona's water. But the most revealing thing is the economic impact. You're talking almost $4 billion coming into our state associated with golf. That's not chump change. That's a major economic driver for the state of Arizona. The University of Arizona released our economic impact study for the golf industry, revealing in this economic impact study there was over 42,000 jobs and over 11.6 million rounds played in the state of Arizona. $72 million in state and local taxes were generated by the golf industry.
They pay a lot of taxes.
There's a lot of hidden economic value there that folks don't see. Obviously, it plays into the tourism aspects, which is a huge part of the Arizona economy.
The other industries, hotels, restaurants. If I have a house on a golf course, it raises the value of my house by 20 to 25%, even if I don't play golf.
We're trying to really make people understand that water use and economic output are really one and the same.
The economic value of golf in the state and the amount of water they use, it isn't even balanced. I'll take those odds any day.
We see golf being the epitome of how an industry runs to the front of the pack and leads, showing very little bit of water, but for the biggest ramification or the biggest impact on economics.
So one, we're gonna water right over there.
Okay.
Just put a little syringe on it.
All right.
My name is Dan Figueres. I'm the Director of Agronomy at the Weston Kierland Golf Club. I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that golf courses are an overconsumer and are inefficient in their water use. Truth be told, golf course superintendents are well-trained, highly educated professionals that are very in tune with their irrigation systems. Water is expensive, so it's in the best interest of the golf course and the business to manage it wisely. So we removed all of the turf in those areas, which is going to save a tremendous amount of water in those areas. We have a lot of technology and advancements at our disposal that allows us to target the dry areas that need water and minimize where we don't need as much water. So this is an example of one of the pieces of technology that helps us efficiently use water. And what it does is it measures the amount of moisture in the soil. You can determine where exactly to target your hand watering. This is our weather station. This device measures everything from wind, temperature, to humidity, to solar radiation, and then helps us devise the amount of water required to meet the daily needs. So what I want to show you here is our irrigation computer. This is what you would call the brains of the operation. It's in constant communication with our weather station, which is feeding the weather data. This shows us exactly where every drop of water goes on my golf course. Not only is water important to us, but we are passionate about conserving it.
Our line is the Central Arizona Project, your water, your future. And I believe that the golf community has really bought into that, and they realize they want to be part of shaping the future.
I think the single most surprising thing would be how little water the golf industry uses. So they're really going out of their way to maximize every drop of the water and get that economic benefit out of there.
When you look at the minimization of how they use 2% of the water in the state and almost $4 billion in economic implications, you're talking about a trendsetter for water. Those are stories that people don't get a chance to see. In the fast-paced world of Washington, D.C., those are things that matter.
In order for the golf industry to stay strong and greens fees to stay affordable, perceptions surrounding water and golf need to change. Like Rory says, the golf industry needs a seat at the table when policies are being created, and it's up to all of us to keep policymakers educated.
I want the future of golf in the state of Arizona to be as strong as it is today.
Want to play Arizona's best courses at the best available rates and avoid those annoying booking fees? TrueGolfAZ.com is all you need for Arizona's best courses at the best available rates all over the state. TrueGolfAZ.com features Arizona's most iconic courses, including True North, Boulders Resort, Whirlwind, Auction, Southern Dunes, and more. Come on! Life's too short to play subpar golf. Visit TrueGolfAZ.com to book your next tee time today.
Schatzberg's up 3 with 3 to go.
Hey you, yeah you there, watching TV. Switch on your DVR and leave the couch behind. Get the drive you need at Infinity of Scottsdale. With the selection of Infinities you want and some of the best offers in the state. We've been taking care of our customers for over 25 years now. Maybe that's why we've been recognized with a ton of awards. Come see me, Louie, and I'll get you the Infinity you want. That's the power of Infinity of Scottsdale.
Everybody knows that Breaking Par's gear guide is built by Cool Clubs, but on this segment, we're gonna kind of dive in and tell everybody more of what Cool Clubs is.
Well, welcome to Cool Clubs. This is the global headquarters. This is where it started. Virtually everything we do goes through this facility. So the first thing you notice when you come into Cool Clubs right through our front door is our putting studio. Surrounding everything else, we've got 4 very unique hitting bays. And in these bays, we do our driver, long game, iron, and wedge fittings.
Cool Clubs is a fitting company. So we do fit golf clubs for anywhere from, over 100 tour players to 30 handicap golfers. Whether you're a tour player or a 30 handicap, you've probably heard of club fitting, and we're kind of the high end of that. I've been doing this for probably 25, almost 30 years now. It's gotten better and better. Technology's helped. We use all the best launch monitors, the best equipment. We carry all of the top brands, Callaway, TaylorMade, Titleist. The difference between Cool Clubs versus other companies is we also have another arm, which is a technology part. So we actually build all offline machines, which you sell to companies like Mizuno, PXG, and we create software off of shaft machines that we use for ourselves and also give to other companies as well. So the biggest difference we really have is, yes, we're the fitting store, and that's what we're good at, and that's our main business. But the other part is the technology stuff that nobody else really has. You know, our job is really to help you play better golf.
We offer 4 parts to our fitting: driver fitting, long game fitting, iron fitting, and a putter fitting. So we have 2 options always within this game: to change the Indian or change the arrow.
The Indian is the one that aims the arrow. But if he's got a crooked arrow, it doesn't do him any good. Really good Indian with a good arrow is dangerous.
So at the end of the day, we're here to give you the best tools in your bag, 14 clubs across the board that help specifically you in your golf swing play better golf. The driver fitting is we take a person's driver and get it and measure it with specs, but then we put that golfer on TrackMan, look at the numbers. And then with the demo combinations we have behind us, we can find out if we can beat it by 2%, 10%, 20%. But until you do some kind of formal testing, you'll never know. It's just going to be a guessing game.
Long game fitting is between your driver and your iron. So that's hybrids and fairway woods.
The long game fitting is to gap the top of the bag, if you will, from where the driver left you to where you get into your irons. Then we do an iron and a wedge fitting, which is really important to get the longest iron to match up to your shortest fairway wood or your shortest hybrid, so there's not a huge gap. But then making sure that all of the lofts and lie angles are spaced properly so that distance-wise, you've got all the numbers covered that you may encounter most often. After the iron and wedge fitting, we do the putter fitting, getting the proper make, model, length, loft, lie angle, even feel and look that suits your eye, so it's scientifically fit as good as possible to how you putt and how you stroke the golf ball on the greens. We take the Indian as is and put the best arrow in their hand that we can. When you walk out the door at Cool Clubs, you are completely confident that everything you have in your bag is giving you the ability to ultimately play better golf.
Sweet speed. All right, this is where all the magic happens.
Hey guys, I'm Aaron. I'm going to show you 3 things today. I'm going to show you demo production, custom side of things, and then the main build shop. So this is our demo and quick turnaround area of the back of the house. So this area, we got 2 build stations here. We have 10 domestic locations that we like to get things out first, and then international follows shortly after. These are the new Titleist AP2s, CBs, MBs, AP3s, the whole new line that's going to be launching here shortly. All the demos get made right here. We also get a lot of walk-ins for re-grips, re-shafts, broken shafts. So if anybody ever needs an emergency or a quick turnaround, this is the spot where it happens. Next, I'm going to show you the custom side of the house. This is our custom and tour department. This is where we do all the custom work as far as grinding, stamping, really making your clubs personalized to you. A lot of times people don't want to look like they just bought it off the rack. They really want to make it their own as far as team colors, school colors, stamping of initials, and so on and so forth. The last thing I'm going to show you is something that not a lot of people get to see, and that's the Cool Clubs build shop. Whether you get fit in Japan or Australia or domestic, everything gets built out of this location. So follow me, I'm going to show you the build shop. All right, we got 6 build stations here. We can do everything from frequency match, swing weight matching. We can cut to the proper length with our proprietary cutting wheel. We have sanding belts. We got everything we need to build our clubs to the proper specification. So what Kevin's doing right here is part of the finishing process. We turn the ferrules down so they sit flush with the hosel to really give it that factory look. This is in the finishing stage right before we start to grip the set and finalize it. And this is just one of the many steps it takes to finish the clubs perfectly according to Cool Club standards so we can get you to play better golf. You've already been back here too long, it's time to go.
Oh, to be honest, I just like I like making people play better golf, and club fitting can do that relatively quickly. Trying to teach a full swing and change a guy's swing 110 miles an hour is a hard job. With golf clubs, we can fix things immediately and have huge impacts. So it's fun to help people play better.
Escape to Torion Golf Club. Whether seeking cooler temperatures or a respite from daily life, Torion is the perfect spot to relax and unwind. Set among ponderosa pines and meandering streams at an elevation of 6,200 feet, Torion's 36 holes of award-winning golf will take your breath away, while family-friendly amenities will keep the entire family engaged. Just a short drive from Phoenix, Tucson, and Albuquerque, the perfect getaway is closer than you think. Visit Torion.com to learn more.
Good morning, Frank. Let's go make more dreams come true. For you are the Duo Man. And golfers around the world count on you to help them hit the ball farther and straighter. Golf bless you, Frank, for your relentless pursuit of low compression technology.
That's a 29, another 29.
For decades of drop tests and data gathering.
Record some data, huh, Frank?
For the ball that's still first and soft.
Go again.
Let's do this.
Wilson Staff Duo. the ball that started it all.
Arguably the most recognizable hole in desert golf is hole number 3 on True North's Monument course. Easily the most photographed hole in the Southwest, number 3, the Monument, is a par 5 that had to be built around a 25-foot boulder that designer Tom Weiskopf couldn't rummage up enough dynamite to remove. Today, breaking par is taking one of the most famous obstacles in golf and making it our target. We're bringing out professional golfer Blair O'Neill to bomb the boulder.
Hi guys! I love this course. It's one of the courses that when people come into town and they ask me what golf courses should I play, this is always one of the top courses I see.
Welcome to True North. Breaking par.
All right, Blair, tell me what you've heard so far about what we're doing today.
So I have heard that we're going to play number 3, Monument course, and there's a huge boulder in the middle of the fairway. And today my goal is going to be to hit it. I've played number 3 before, but never planning to hit that boulder. I always go just to the right of it with a little fade, and that's kind of the perfect place that you want to be. Today I knew my goal was going to be different. It was going to be to hit the boulder, and I wasn't really sure what to expect. It'll be interesting to see what my yardage is going to be to get the job done.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. We're bombing the boulder.
Filming today at True North with Fox Sports. I'm snapping you.
I think it's only fair she gets a chance to inspect the boulder a little bit.
See it
here.
up close.
Yes.
Guys, she has to be strategic, because if she hits the boulder, we're letting her pick 2 shots to see if she can birdie the hole.
The first thing we did is we went out, drove out to the boulder to take a good look at it, get a lay of the land. And actually, when you get up close to the boulder, it's not as big as you think. From the tee box, it looks massive. And then once you get down there and you look at it, you're like, oh, it's not really that big. So the target was a little bit smaller than I expected.
I think we're good. I think it's time to get this party started.
Out here at True North, you're gonna have to watch it to see how I played number 3 Monument.
It's 247, we're playing 231. So I think I'm gonna start with my 5-wood. First I started with a 5-wood and it was coming up a little bit short. Close!
Go on the ball. Hit the ball. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not enough.
It was harder than I thought. Then I switched to a 3-wood, and I had to take a few to get dialed in, and I was maybe just short, just right, just left. But then I finally hit it, and it was like sweet victory. Go! Draw. Draw. It was just a dead straight shot. It took one hop into the boulder and then bounced back, and it just rolled into the fairway. I was a little worried that if I hit it on the fly, who knows where my ball would go. So I was happy with that. Oh yeah. And then we moved to the second spot, and I was 206, and I hit a 4-iron. Hit it! Hit the boulder, bounced a little left. The first try! The third one hit the top of the boulder, bounced way left.
That's good. I did it.
And then the fourth one hit the right side of the boulder. This is number 4. Hit it.
Oh!
Alonzo, did she hit it?
She did, and then it bounced to the right a little.
That was intense, guys.
That was intense.
So I was allowed to pick 2 of the 4 balls. I've got options, I like it. I picked my first one because that was the one I hit with the 3-wood, and I had to pick that one because it was a great shot. Maybe hit the little baby fade here. Fade, baby. I think I'm gonna go with the far left one because I have a completely different angle. So that's the one that hit the top of the boulder and it kicked way left, and it'll just be straight away. So I hit my 3-wood, had a little bit of a downhill lie, but I just needed to hit a straight shot down the middle. I did exactly that, right down the middle. With the name of the show being breaking par, I mean, that's the ultimate goal here. I really wanted to break par with at least one of the balls. Be good. Sit. It was a little long.
Not bad for your first wedge of the day.
My second chip, which was from my 3-wood shot, it was a little lob, had to hit a 60 degree. I kind of had to lob it up there and just let it trickle down to the hole. Oh, be good. Go, go.
Nice shot.
I got a good birdie putt there, I'll take it. All right, we'll start with my away ball. Move. Oh. All right, I'll take par. I'll take par from the boulder.
Now here comes birdie.
It's pretty straight to me. Yes!
From the boulder.
From the boulder.
She breaks par.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I don't think I would suggest anyone trying to hit the boulder, but if you do, then they know that it can be done, they can make a birdie.
Blair O'Neill just birdied one of the most famous holes in Scottsdale off the boulder.
It was fun. I made a par, I made a birdie, I broke par, all is good.
Want to play Arizona's best courses at the best available rates and avoid those annoying booking fees? TrueGolfAZ.com is all you need for Arizona's best courses at the best available rates all over the state. TrueGolfAZ.com features Arizona's most iconic courses, including True North, Boulders Resort, Whirlwind, Auction, Southern Dunes, and more. Come on, life's too short to play subpar golf. Visit TrueGolfAZ.com to book your next tee time today.
Previously, we had talked about several of us going back to be on the rules team at the U.S. Women's Open, which was at Trump Bedminster in New Jersey. The course was perfect, it's magnificent. There was one hole I was on with a peninsula green, and 95% of the players over the first 3 rounds hit the green in regulation. The quality on the women's tour now is incredible, but that wasn't the great story. For us, we were in a hospitality room between rounds, and we're looking down from the second floor of this complex in the center of the property where Trump happens to live, which is part of his residence. And there was security everywhere, Secret Service guys with the big kits and the body armor, but we're looking out the back window and a bunch of these SUVs pull up and people are piling out in Tommy Bahama shirts and casual, and we're thinking, okay, some people are coming, and then they start kitting up. They open the back, they start pulling out the weapons. We're looking down, and because of our relationship with Luke Air Force Base and the Patriot All-America, we know about this military tradition of exchanging challenge coins. So a couple of us have our challenge coins out the door, down the stairs, Go up to the Secret Service people, challenge them. And so 3 of us walked away with Secret Service challenge coins, which for me, that was the tournament all by itself. Just incredible. And then the Secret Service took over security, and you know, you see a big guy with a Tommy Bahama shirt and there's some bulge under it, and you kind of get the idea that he's carrying. There was one young lady there who's probably 5'7", 125 pounds, and we're thinking maybe she's a secretary or something, and then she bends over to pick something up. She was carrying a machine pistol on her back. She could have taken out half of the gallery. They never would have known she was there. So the security was extremely tight. No one ever knew. Absolutely amazing. Great tournament. This was not the first tournament where I've worked where the president has been present. There were a few others, especially back when I worked with the tour. In fact, one time I was the week before the tournament, the Dinah Shore. I think it was 78 or 79. I was out marking the golf course, putting the hazard lines down and that sort of thing, and I'm walking along, and out from behind a tree jumps Gerald Ford, and I actually painted his golf shoe. He didn't hit it very straight, and I was really far off the fairway, so he was just chasing a ball he had whipped off into the tules, and there I was painting his shoe. Part of being around golf is that so many different things happen that it's not just the playing of the game that's interesting. If you damage a club during play, can you use it the rest of the round? Yes, and let's say you can use it in its damaged state provided the damage happened in the normal course of play. So what's normal course of play? There's a whole list of incidents that would be normal course. Getting angry and throwing it at your bag is not one of those, but leaning on it going down a hill, that would be normal course of play because sometimes you don't want to slip. Or taking a swing at a ball and breaking it on a tree, that's normal course of play. So you can use a club in its damaged state for the remainder of that round. To use it after that, it would have to conform to the rules, and that's a whole nother set of rules.
Your Arizona Golf Association has been serving Arizona for almost a century. Founded in 1923, it serves as the official governing body of amateur golf in Arizona. The AGA hosts over 50 golf tournaments featuring USGA qualifiers, state and city championships, and the popular AGA Golf Days. For their over 50,000 members, the AGA provides great benefits such as access, special discounts, and an official USGA handicap. Get your membership today by going to azgolf.org and get into the game with your Arizona Golf Association.
You already know the most important part of your game is the equipment. Your equipment should be tailor-fit to you and only you. So why wouldn't you get fit by the best in the industry? Cool Clubs is the future of golf. They have an advanced shaft database that complements their proprietary fitting software and gives fitters the tools and data needed to provide unparalleled service and performance. Whether you're a tour pro or an amateur player, revive your passion and insert yourself into the future of golf.
Only at Cool Clubs.